Boom, what's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larsen. Welcome back to Sales Funnel Radio. Today, I want to tell you guys how I treat my sales follow-up process.
I've spent the last 4 years learning from the most brilliant marketers today. And now I've left my 9-to-5 to take the plunge and build my $1 million business. The real question is, how will I do it without VC funding or debt, completely from scratch? This podcast is here to give you the answer. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my online business using only today's best internet sales funnels. My name is Steve Larsen, and welcome to Sales Funnel Radio.
What's up, guys? Okay, so I'm at an event, right? And I'm walking through, and somebody stops me, and they say, Steven, how much is too much emailing? Right? How much is too much follow-up with somebody after I go and I try to sell them? And funny enough, for those of you guys who are experienced, like, you might be chuckling just a little bit here. For those of you guys who are brand new at this game, or you haven't had success yet, it's a pretty common question that I get. But funny enough, the answer is very, very simple. And I want to give you guys a few examples of this. I recently heard Frank Kern talking about, this is on Instagram. Frank Kern was, he had this like bowl of mints, and he said, think about it this way. If those people who are ready to buy represent this pile right now, meaning they're ready to purchase right now, he's like, it might represent this size, and it was a small pile of mints. He's like, now this pile over here represents those people who are ready to buy in the next 60 to 90 days. And now this pile is this huge pile of mints that he had, and it was this third pile is down the road a bit. He's like, now this is quite a bit in the future, but it's a lot of people. He said one of the biggest mistakes people make is that they target only those who are ready to buy immediately. Funny enough, it's not actually those who are ready to buy right now, and they need 30 to 60 days. You should actually be focusing more on the second group who's ready to be purchasing in the 60 to 90 day range. And I totally get what he's saying with that, right? Get the sale. Focus on those who are actually ready to purchase, but don't neglect those that need to wait 60 to 90 days in order to buy. It's actually a much larger pot. And it's one of the major benefits of publishing so frequently. You'll find if you've chosen to do that and follow my advice on it, okay, is what that allows me to do is warm up the 60 to 90 day pot. And I was like, oh, that's super clever. Okay, so I'm still answering the question here. How much follow-up is too much follow-up, right? And how many emails is too many emails? Can I send more than a few a day, right? And anyway, now I did an episode a little while ago talking about my standard follow-up sequence, how it's usually about 5 days. That's in like a scenario of like just the funnel itself, right? And there's other scenarios though where it's much longer than that, or there's other scenarios where it's over, quote unquote, but I'm actually warming them up for the next piece as well. Okay. I was talking with Trey Llewellyn. We went to Myron Golden's speaker training event together. And I looked up and I was like, holy crap, that's Trey. And he looks at me and he goes, oh my gosh, that's Steve. Look at those eyes. And he and I were chatting. And he's telling me about one of his webinars. And he's got like it's like a two-month follow-up sequence or something like that on his webinar. And I was like, holy crap, that's big. He goes, yeah, and they get quite a bit more people coming on in and buying because of the length of the sequence. There's a lot of people who will wake up and just write an additional email on the end of a massive email sequence. So now they have this year-long email sequence. Okay, follow-up is everything. That's the point. That's where I'm going right now. When I was doing door-to-door sales, they handed us this manual. And I still have it. I found it actually a little bit ago. And it's my old door-to-door sales manual. And in here are some really interesting stats that they wanted us to know about follow-up. Okay. And he says in the manual, so I'm actually going to read it here. Okay. This is from my old door-to-door sales manual right here. I found it in my cupboard. If you've ever watched a 4-year-old, no doesn't bother them. Right. So the next step is just to keep asking. Don't be stopped by the first no. Continue to ask for the sale until they give you a yes. Now, if you have studied any kind of sales, or if you are a salesperson, you know that the first no is actually when the sale begins. Okay, when they say no, it's actually what guides you and helps you know on what you should be doing next. Okay, so this is a powerful principle to understand, because most people think no means no, but usually no means not right now, or hey, I can't focus on this right now. Okay, most people are not ready to purchase right out of the gate. Okay, so I'm just going to read you a few stats here. 47% of salespeople stop after the first no. 47, right? That also means At least half of salespeople. That means, and you are in sales. If you're an entrepreneur, make no mistake, you are a salesperson, okay? That means half of people who are out trying to sell their things never ask more than one time. Ever. Like, think about that. That's crazy. Most people never even do one follow-up. One follow-up, just one follow-up. I will tell you the majority of my money comes from my follow-up. I'm going to tell some rough numbers I was kind of starting to think through and put together here. I'll get to them in a second. Okay, but most people don't even follow up once, which is crazy. 12% of follow-up people will fail to continue asking after the fourth rejection. However, statistically, it does take, right, like 6, 7, 8 times usually before somebody's willing to say yes. Now, there's a way to do it that's annoying, and I'm not telling you to go I'm not talking about high pressure sales here. Okay, I went and I looked at tons of other blogs and other credible sources for this kind of data, and it was saying like, yeah, a lot of times people need more and more follow-up. That doesn't mean you gotta bug them, and that doesn't mean you need to be annoying. That doesn't mean there's a way to do it, and knowing there's a way to do it that's with a lot of value. If you notice, a lot of my Sales Funnel Radio episodes, they have the same outro. The same call to action at the end of the episode, I use the same one over and over again. That's me asking, quote unquote, again for the sale, right? So understand what I'm telling you on this. Like, you can go and you can continue to ask over and 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 over, but it doesn't mean you need to be annoying, and it doesn't mean you need to be high pressure. In fact, I ask you to not be high pressure, right? That's going to be hard on future sales. Okay, 94% of salespeople fall short. Okay, after the 5th no. Okay, 94% of salespeople fall short of the 5th time asking for the order. Okay, now that's crazy, and it's true, right? Most people, but funny enough, the sales. You think back to what Frank Kern was talking about. Most people need the 60 to 90 day range to make a good decision. That doesn't mean to not go get sales from those who are looking to buy from you now, right? But it means that don't neglect them. All right, so when you think about these guys, there's a lot of old school marketers. There's a lot of people who are or I should say, a lot of people who are solely email based. They just add another email or two to the end of their sequence, and they just got this giant sequence. I think the longest one I've ever heard of is it's well over a year. And so you join their list, and it's all automated, and all their money comes in the follow up, right? I think it was Dean Graziosi, right? I think it was Brandon Burchard. He knows, right? For the first little bit, he's going to spend to acquire customers so aggressively. He's willing to be in the hole for several months, quite a while before he actually goes. It's follow-up is where he makes his money. Okay, that you've heard Russell Brunson probably mention as well that amateurs focus on the front end. And that's the reason why, is because the rest of us know, people joining your list is not enough. They got to go follow up. We've had a few students in a few programs ask, how many times is too much? And I want to get into that in a moment here with you guys, okay? But one kind of funny thing that I found from a blog is that they're saying there's only a few scenarios that you should stop following up with somebody. The first scenario is that they die. Okay. The second scenario is that they send you a cease and desist letter. It was joking, but there's some seriousness to this as well. There's some truth to it. Okay. And another reason is that they buy from you, right? But then you should just start following up for the next sale. Okay. I think we get a little bit weak on our follow-ups because we get thinking that we're being nervous. There's a way to follow up while adding a lot of value, and I ask you to do it that way as well. I'll tell you the way that I treat my follow-up. When I'm creating a follow-up sequence, and I'm doing those 5 days, just kind of standard, okay? Or I should say 5 emails. Usually it's within 3 days. It's more compressed. That's just kind of my standard rinse and repeat version, okay? But I don't want anybody. There's some people in this world, okay, that I know that they routinely download their list, right? Then they go and they take everybody out who hasn't looked at their email in a while. And from an email deliverability standpoint, I get it. But from a marketing standpoint, I have to say I feel like that's somewhat of a failure, that we have to do that. Okay? I want them to not like me so much that they opt out. I think about how much I spend to put somebody on a list, and then I go take them off. In my opinion, they should opt out because I've been aggressive in my marketing and they just truly are not a fit. I would rather that they opt out from me than me go remove them from my list because I was not marketing hard enough. Make sense? That's what I told somebody last week at an event, and they said, how much did you follow up? And I said, honestly, I don't take anybody off my list. What I do is I'm very loud, sometimes actually, but I'm very opinionated and very polarizing on what it is that I believe or want or don't or whatever. And what that lets me do is I'm so aggressive with it that they will opt out. And I was looking at some email deliverability stats on I use SendGrid. I've got 4 accounts from them, 4 different SMTP accounts. And across the board, my open rates are like 40% higher for the most part. And most of the click-through rates are significantly higher than is usual. My reputation is at the 99% level and higher. It's awesome, okay? And I think it's because I truly do share a lot of my opinions on here. And if you like it, awesome. And if you don't, you leave, okay? And you opt out. And every time, it's funny. In fact, some of the funnels I've launched in the last 4 months, anytime I launch, I'm like, make affiliates great again. I mean, come on, it's totally a play off of Trump's thing, make America great again, right? Which it was meant to be. We even put Trump's like toupee-looking wig on top of the logo, and it was offensive to people, right? And I knew it would ruffle some feathers. I didn't realize how many feathers it would ruffle. Okay, it's a lot of feathers, and but people were opting out. Good, right? I wasn't like, oh my gosh, look how many unsubscribes there are. I would rather that it's that way. I don't want to go clean them out myself. I want them to opt out. Right? If this capitalist pig thing, this capitalist pig thing, man, people opt out, and that's okay. That's okay. I get about 80 to 100 people joining my list a day is what I've noticed, and I think I get maybe 10 to 20 leaving every day. I think that's what I looked at the stats. It was like a few weeks ago, and then a month ago or whatever. But it seems to be around that, and that's okay. I would rather be that way again, right? That they're gonna go in and I'm gonna clean house, man. But I'm doing it with a marketing message, not with actually something that is actually cleaning house. Meaning I don't want to go send it to some scrubber. So anyway, some stats. These are rough numbers. I usually every single month will make about 30 to 40 grand in front end kind of offers. And if you're like, Steven, I don't see any front end offers, I treat my affiliate things right now as front end offers. And we'll do 30 to 50 grand a month in those things. And then if we didn't do any follow up, if there was nothing else I pushed them to, it would end there. But because we don't, okay, we actually we'll do anywhere from 120 to usually 200 grand a month is where our range is. Okay, so we're making another couple dollars per person they're bringing on in. The whole purpose of it though is that the fortune is definitely in the follow-up, and most people ask like how often is too often. I don't know. We actually, like I said, we've had people go in and they'll build these lists and they don't know what to do with it. Man, send messages to them, right? Send messages to them, and that's okay. And if they're like, but what if they don't like it? Then they will leave and actually do you a favor. So don't worry about it. In my opinion, it is a very I get it. I had the same fear, but the faster you can get over that, the faster you're actually probably gonna have a thicker wallet. Okay, it is that methodology in your, or that's a mentality in your head is directly tied to revenue. Okay, so go think through about how you're gonna treat your follow-up. It's as serious as is your promotions. Okay, what's the follow-up sequence you're gonna go put together? And think about what it is, like your rinse and repeat follow-up sequence. I shared mine with you a few episodes ago. And a lot of you guys loved it. And it's because I have like a little SOP, around how I'm going to go and treat my follow-up sequence regardless of what it is. And then, so fortune is certainly in the follow-up. Remember, you don't stop until they die. They send you a cease and desist or they buy. And anyway, so guys, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Haha, awesome episode, right? Hey, bear with me for just a moment while I tell you about makeaffiliatesgreatagain.com. Probably one of the most fragile phases of being an entrepreneur is that tender spot where you have just enough cash coming in to get excited, but expenses also increase a little while you take on new tools and new systems and new teams. It can be heart-pounding and frankly, nerve-wracking. Well, one of the ways I've kept ownership of my companies and never picked up any debt or used any of our family finances to grow the business was through affiliate marketing. My first dollar online actually came from affiliate marketing only a few years ago. So I often get asked the question, Steve, how can you have been bootstrapping this and scraping by so hard just a few years ago, but now have a business that makes millions in revenue? That's a fair question. So besides having kick butt products, when I've needed to get some extra cash for an expensive project, I have a very specific method of affiliate marketing that gets me paid to sell other people's products. You want to see how I do it? Just go to makeaffiliatesgreatagain.com. ClickFunnels actually wanted to know how I've been doing this as well. So I just wrote a chapter in ClickFunnels' new book called Affiliate Bootcamp. And if you want to see my chapter and be shown how I treat affiliate cash in my business, just go to makeaffiliatesgreatagain.com and you'll get a bunch of other cool stuff from me, like the actual makeaffiliatesgreatagain.com funnel, the one you're going to see there. It's pre-built, it's awesome, you can download it. You also get my audio chapter on how I create affiliate offers. You get the actual video of me training my team on how to build Make Affiliates Great Again. It's crazy valuable. Plus, you also get several of my other stage speeches, how I launch my affiliate offers, and you'll even get a discount ticket to offer mine. Plus, the Make Affiliates Great Again mini course. Is it okay if I over-deliver? If you want all that for free, plus other things, literally just sign up at makeaffiliatesgreatagain.com and then sign up for the new affiliate bootcamp through my affiliate link. Ha, go figure. My friends, get rich, give back.